So in this video we are going to discuss about one of the interesting topic in compiler design, which is cousins of compiler. So before getting into cousins of compiler, first we'll see what is a compiler. So compiler is a system software which will be converting a source language into a machine language. So source language can be any programming language like C, C++, Java or Python. So which gets converted to machine language, which is your object code zeros and ones. So there is not a single work for converting the source program into a machine language. We have in intermediate 6 phases to convert this source program to machine language. So in turn, for this conversion of source language to machine language, we have few cousins of compiler who will be helping in this process. So here we are going to discuss about how the cousins of compiler is being related with few real world examples, so that we will make the concepts more clear. So here we will discuss about the cousins of compiler, and here we have the third year students to discuss about it. So the first cousin of compiler will be discussed about Kavya, which is preprocessor.
Now I'm going to talk about the topic about preprocessor with the real world example. So about in the code include studio.h and define fest techfest 2025. In this code, the preprocessor replaces define fest with fest 2025 and includes the contents of studio.h. And and with the real world analogy, just like chef washes, cuts and arranges ingredients before cooking, the preprocessor prepares the source before compilation.
Right, as we have told, the header files is being the preprocessor stage. For example, stdio is nothing but the standard input output.h. So that header file inclusion, and for example that macro definitions all comes under our preprocessor stage. So macro definition in the sense, for example, as she told, here we'll take other example. For example, hash define pi 3.14. So in a program, whenever we have pi value, it should be replaced by 3.14. So she have given a good example that the chef to cut the ingredients as the first phase in our compiler, which is preprocessor. So next we'll have Ovia to discuss about the next cousin of compiler.
I am going to discuss about assembler. In assembler, the compiler generates assembly code. Then the work of assembler is to convert into machine understandable language. For example, in real world, if the chef writes the recipe in English, the translator translates it to local chef understandable language, so that they can work with that. Similarly, in this way, assembler works with CPU understandable language.
Very good. So next we'll have the other cousin of compiler to be discussed.
Linker. I am going to explain about the linker. In linker, what the linker is, the linker combines different object models and libraries into one final execution program. In the for example, in 5-star hotel, the dishes are cooked by different chefs, and at the end it was handled by the head chef. The head chef is act as the linker in this program.
Next we have loader to be explained by Kavya here.
Now I am going to discuss about loader. The loader loads the final execution into memory so the operating system can run it. Real-time example: after cooking, the waiter serves the dish into the kitchen. Without the waiter, the dish remains in the same kitchen. Similarly, the loader brings the program for disk into memory for execution.
Super. So here we have just taken a simple cooking recipe, and we have related it with the cousins of compiler such as preprocessor, assembler, linker and loader. So the compiler will be converting the source language into assembly language, and the assembly language gets converted into machine code by assembler. So as they have said in simple, a chef who's cutting the ingredients before cooking is said to be as preprocessor stage, and the assembler is the menu what they have been prepared, or the way the dish is to be prepared could be in various language, and as Ovia told, it could be converted to local chef's language and they can be able to prepare it. And after the words, the head chef will be organizing all the dishes together, and if the dish is to be given to the customer, for the sure we'll be having a loader who's here mentioned as waiter in our real world example. So this is how the compiler makes use of all these system softwares and converts the source code into a machine language, that is zeros and ones. So not only with the help of these four system software we'll be able to convert into object code, we also require few phases of compiler such as lexical analysis, syntax analyzer, semantic analyzer, intermediate code generation, code optimization, and at last we'll get our code generation. So the 6 phases of the compiler plays a major role along with the cousins of compiler. Thank you.